Sunny Sunday afternoon here in Gig Harbor. Got the new stem on this bike. Just out here testing it out. Not feeling too hot today, but we're gonna go do some local trails up here. Hopefully this thing handles pretty good. I am worried about wheeling like crazy with the new stem, so got my handy clock here too. I had noticed that I wasn't eating often enough when I'm out in the woods. That's what the clock's for. First race of the season is coming up May 7th. Move the seat back too. Haven't raised it yet though. Yeah, so Stottlemeyer's May 7th. It's gonna be muddy. Almost in one of my highest gears go up this hill. It's been raining like crazy all spring here, and Stottlemeyer is muddy every year. I might switch to platform pedals. I haven't decided yet for that race. I don't remember the SPD having problems with the mud there, but probably just wear Gore-Tex socks, call it good. I think what it is a lot of times you can walk like against the forest wall. And then push the bike through 6 inches of baby poop. I still have a tendency to get on my fingertips here, so I do every fire road climb on my fingertips all the time. I was hoping the stem would help with that. We'll see. Signaling for you, dude. Can only help you so much. Can't get in your fucking car and make it go. That's your job. So the turn to this forest always kind of catches me off guard. I made some notes to go past 36 and pull into the driveway that says 3602 and has 2 reflectors. This must be it. Yeah. And the reason why is I want to get in the right fucking gear, or just a lower gear, and then look for cars. And the reason why is my handlebars are too big, and when I get over here, I need to be in a really low gear so I can fit through this bullshit. Or else I hit my bars on shit. I think I'm swearing bad now. Look at this shit. Short people go right there. I also rotated the bars a bit, so all my controls are a little bit out of clocking here. I think I like it better though. The grips actually feel better. Brakes are fine. Shifter might be a bit of a reach, but I don't know, I could change it whenever. It's funny, the bell is just right there. I keep reaching past it. It's afternoon here, so I would expect to run into people. A lot of times during the week you won't see anybody. Sunday afternoon. Ooh, that's slow. Jesus. Hit my backpack. We're just storm damage now because we had a crazy windstorm and there was hardly anything down here. It's not bad, but I like the grips. I remember my little route here. I can't remember. I made a map actually to kind of maximize the mileage out here. This place is, I don't know, a quarter mile square or something. I get about 2.5 miles, I think, in my little loop, something like that. Just good to get your brain firing, processing the shit like that. I think the fitness is better on the fire road, or on the paved road even. especially if you're in the sun. Still haven't had any heat training this year. I'm worried about the summer. On the north perimeter, and I think we actually already turned to the east perimeter. This looks like a property corner here, but it's not. I think we're already past it. And now we're heading south. Oh shit. Yeah, it's so funny that some windstorm that was so wild I didn't even notice this is what blew shit down here. And out of my house. I'm kind of worried about my heart rate, but I don't have to be. This isn't for heart rate here. Just to tune up that algorithm for roots and shit. Must be someone's backyard in here. Alright. At the bottom, what do I do? Yeah, I go to the diagonal up to the right. Okay. Now this is the southeast corner. Left here is at the Ford Drive. This goes to the parking lot. I want to go diagonal up to the middle bisecting trail, I'll call it. I think on this one there's one giant root. I know I could get from the other direction, but I don't get too crazy on obstacles. I just don't like the risk reward when I'm doing endurance stuff for obstacles. Yeah, this, especially if you came over here to the right. Maybe like this. Crank doesn't even hit because my small setup there. The other way, it looks like the line's a lot better because there you gotta turn it last second. Ooh, I almost bit that one. It's always good to scare the kids. The wind must roll up the middle here somehow. Lots of little things out of place. Jesus. Now at the end of this one, I gotta remember to really get into a really fucking low gear because there's a hairpin. And you can't do it. Well, my bike's so long and big. I don't know. I can't do it unless I'm fucking crawling. I don't know, I'm gonna whistle out and just start going down here. Yeah, right up here. That should be crazy low enough. Probably wait till that pearl tree, huh? Yeah. Where does this stand right? I've only done this new loop like twice. Nailed it. Alright, now this is the bisecting trail, goes all the way back across to that thing that isn't a corner marker. kids probably think I'm all around them. But I think there's 6 mountain bikes out here. Should probably lube the chain. I was watching some bike packing video where the guy lubed his chain every 3 hours. Makes me not want to lube my chain, but we had this old bike mechanic in Port Orchard named Fred. An Olympic bike and skate. Left to add some distance, I think. It's a new trail. Trying to learn my basic loop though before I add shit. So Fred, I asked this guy, you know, I had just been reading on the internet about all the religious superstition around bicycle chain lube. And Fred's been working on bikes for like 40 years. I go in there, I'm like, hey Fred, what should I lube my chain with? And he's like, oh, some people say 40 weight, but I use 30 weight. I'm like, what do you mean? Motor oil? He's like, yeah, whatever. Doesn't matter. So now I pulled up a eyedropper, like a Bosch and Loam contact lens solution thing with Mobile One 10W30 or something, like 10 years ago. I've been using it ever since. Okay, there's the marker. Now, I think I bombed down this. This should go all the way to the parking lot. Oh, this is a nice one. It's too short though. And also you go flying at the end and it puts you right into a concrete block, so you gotta fucking be careful. Hope the exposure's doing good. I'm planning, if this is still like bright like most GoPro videos are, I'll probably set it to ISO 200 as the max. It's at 400 right now. I have an ND on it, but it's the polarizer. I just love the fact you can use a non-rotating polarizer with these GoPros. It's one thing I hated about digital cameras. You have to use the twisty ones. It also fucks with autofocus. This block is coming up right here somewhere. There's some tree you can look for, I can't remember. It's pretty much flat. Oh yeah, this corner just tightens up right in this block. Ooh, color a little bit. Oof. I tried. This one. I don't know what those kids are doing, if they found a titty magazine somewhere, someone gave them a joint. Don't be suspicious, kids. That's one of those things you just don't learn till you're adult, is how to not look suspicious. They probably weren't even fucking doing anything. Talking about some new Xbox game. People sprayed the roots in this trail for some reason. And the park got all pissed about it and put a bunch of signs that said don't graffiti the trees or roots. I couldn't give a shit one way or the other. But I stopped painting obstacles orange is weird. If you're going 40 on this, you're flying over that shit anyway. went to the Oregon Trail Rally. They did that. They spray painted. We're on Forester at 17, I think. Outside of Mount Hood, like you can turn either direction out of the Toll Bridge Park Road and get to 17 from either end there. I think we were heading. Jesus. I feel like we're heading fucking south. I could be all screwed up. Alright, now I gotta ride up the hill again. Wait. Yeah. I'm going to take the bisecting road the other direction. So these two sections are the only ones I do the two directions. Anyway, 17 had some Mondo rocks, like the size of a VW Beetle in the road. But they're buried, so you're just seeing the roof of the VW. Kind of a deal. And Ken Block hit one of these orange rocks and broke a control arm. And so Ken Block is the example of the guy who starts first. Hello. Thank you. Sorry I'm retarded here.
Than us.
I don't know about that. I'll do my best. Yeah, so Ken Block started first, for example. I don't know if he did, was first or second, whatever, it doesn't matter. Meanwhile, I'm in the back of my $300 Sod 99, starting last, because I'm the slowest. And I finished ahead of Ken Block that day. He DNF'd, I drove right by him. It was funny because my co-driver took the painted rocks seriously. I don't give a shit. And wait a minute. Yeah. No, wait. Next left. I almost fucked it up. See? Trying to remember it. So my co-driver couldn't even see over the dash. Normally we mount the co-driver 4 inches or so lower, just to get the center of gravity on the car. It's one of those superstition things. But you notice it whenever you watch rally videos. Anyways, he's already short. I think he was bolted to the floor and I was bolted to the normal seat brackets that came with the car, and we just drilled through the, like, frame cross members are built in for the seat. But he was just through the floor sheet metal or something. He was like, I don't know what you call it, tensing his butt muscles up so he could sit 3/4 of an inch higher to see these fucking rocks. And he was yelling out, stay left, stay left. It was so funny. Of course, I don't give a shit. Yeah, I can see the fucking thing anyway. I could probably see it just as good if it wasn't orange, because I'm blind, and it's like, any idiot can see the texture difference between a fucking rock and a beat up gravel road, you know? It's like, what the hell? Unless your name's Ken Block, apparently. Makes me wonder if his co-driver was properly tensing his butt muscles. We had problems with that rally. I don't remember what it was. I think we went into the, is it the same year? I don't know, 2 different years. I went off the road and pretty far down this little ravine thing. The car was fine. Me and James had pulled 99s out of worse shit than that, and so we were trying to tell Sweep how to rig it up. And they didn't listen to us and then blew out their front differential. They're too lazy to use the winch. So we were past our bogey time for that, which disqualifies us, but because we weren't very experienced with doing the math in the car when you're all stressed out, we didn't know yet. I knew it was close. So Sweep left us. And they left a ham radio operator just for safety in case our car caught on fire or whatever. And the ham radio volunteer guy had a fucking winch. And he was parked. Like, I'm sitting in the car, like on a 40-degree slope, leaning against the left door. I can see his winch like dangling in the sun. I see this perfect line. I call my co-driver down. He's like, oh yeah. He runs over and he's like, hey, where'd you get these rock sliders, blah, blah, blah. Like, he's just totally buttering up this ham radio guy. And it's like, hey, can we use your winch for a minute? You just sit right there and I'll just wave you hand signals. And I was like, oh yeah, sure. We had the car out in 5 fucking minutes. Except the bumper was ripped halfway off by the previous attempt. I think it was the rear bumper. I'm going in the wrong gear. Yep. We're done with the loop here. We just gotta get the fuck out of here. This way I had some problems the other day with the bars. It's funny because I normally like really tight stuff. Oh, Jesus. I'm retarded today. Yep. Like I said, this isn't for fitness, it's for shit like that. You just gotta get out and do it before a race. A bunch. I don't even know the semester yet either, so most of this week I'm gonna be doing homework. So anyways, yeah, the back bumper was ripped off. It was dangling towards the oncoming lane. I think it was like basically straight behind the car, but the piece of metal trim on the bumper was flapping between behind the car and the other lane or something like that. Ooh, a little rich there, buddy. Probably his first drive of the season or something. Anyways, I know I'm past my bogey, but I'm trying not to be past my MPL, which is maximum permissible lateness, to the next check-in. If you're past that, you DNF basically. And it depends on the organizer how they want to put it in. Sometimes they'll put you DNS to the next stage, or you DNF. It doesn't fucking matter. And so I'm going 75 through the town of Odell. I passed the Sweep that blew up his front differential. He's going like 20 miles an hour trying to limp back to service. And then get like a lift to O'Reilly's to buy a new CV joint or whatever. I think it was one of his front CV joints, because it was independent front jobbies. I go flying by him at 75, my bumper hanging off the car. And then we ratchet strapped the bumper back on. They were still debating, I think, to disqualify us. I said, listen, let us run Sweep, start us as the last car. You know, if you guys figure out we're not disqualified, call the next start control and we'll put our helmets on. You know, but we're club racers out here, so we'd like to go get the mileage in today. And we did that. We were Sweep. We still got disqualified, so basically the only difference is you don't have to have helmets on. Try and keep it, I don't know, reasonable, just so you don't hit a broken down growly car or something. As I'm on my way out, I see JR swapping his fucking CV joint. I'm in the car that he couldn't pull out, you know, remember. And they had, the sweep guys had this joke. If they pulled you out, they put a sticker on your car that says you've been swept. And I don't know, so I rolled in the window, I talked some shit, I don't know what I said, but I don't know if I asked if he got a sticker or if I made fun of him because I didn't have a sticker, something like that, and I just, you know, floored it. The car was always quite loud, not because it had a nice exhaust, but because the exhaust was falling off. Funny thing is, it has a nice exhaust now, just sitting there. Did one race with it, I think. Gene put it on there. Elm something, Elm. I think it's Elm. Anyways, dude lives in Elm. That's some sort of shop there where he does work for people. I think he's semi-retired. I think it's Elm. It's wherever that fucking last oval track we got is in the South Sound. Looks like it's only been about half an hour, huh? I need to get over too, I keep forgetting. Nice and wide on the left there, but I don't pay attention. So people coming up the driveways, this is the fucking thing kids don't understand when they're riding with no helmet, no brakes. When you're on the wrong side of the fucking road, if you got somebody that lives in a driveway and they, like this driveway, let's say they turn right every day to go fucking drop their kid off at preschool, they're not looking right. They're looking left and they're hitting the gas, well, they're still looking left because people don't give a shit. They do it every day. And if you're going the wrong fucking way, the car isn't even going to see you. They're going to hear something, but you're going to be in the air over their sunroof. They're going to look to the right. What the hell is that? And it won't be until they see you laying there bloody in your fucking rearview mirror they're going to realize they hit a kid. And so don't do it. I've been driving for so long, like I do it sometimes. I've also got 2 brakes and a helmet, you know. So I don't know. Don't ride on the wrong side of the road, you know. Who gives a shit about? I don't know, for some reason BMX kids always want to be in the ditch. They don't want to be in the lane. They're probably going faster than I am right now. I don't know. It's something.